Hey, Kelly Starrett with MobilityWOD.com. On behalf of Whole Life Challenge, I'm going to introduce you to a concept we call partner smashing. Now, it's a very technical term, and if you go out into the world of sports and you go back to as long as there have been humans, what you see is that humans have been trying to solve the problems of the human condition, i.e. being stiff, right? Technical stiffness. Now, if you go behind the scenes of the Olympics right now, especially in the Chinese weightlifting, you'll see that the Chinese athletes are all walking on each other. Athletes taking care of other athletes is part of our normal progressive training platforms. It's part of the athletic experience. But most of us have never ever attempted to try to fix a friend. We're like, good luck for you. Now I've got a friend here, it's his birthday, and he's gonna get a birthday quad smash out of this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have him bend up his leg. Now what's great about this is it requires no equipment. All you need is a training partner or a friend. And what we like is even our children, when we teach this to young kids, they can figure out if a tissue is normal. So we said, hey, it's gotta be normal if it's not painful to compression, but it also shouldn't feel like beef jerky. Now I have a high level runner athlete here, and I know that parts of his legs tend to be gristly. Why? Because he's a modern athlete. Now he's been working on desensitizing his quads, and it's been miraculous how much more change you can have by getting some pressure on there. What we like about the smashing is that instead of this pinpoint knuckle, because if I bring a knuckle into his quads at any point, he's gonna flinch. This allows us to have higher pressures that are more diffuse. And so we can take a little bit more load to separate out those big muscle bundles and separate out the kind of the macro parts of the quad. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna kick my leg off. If he can't take a breath in or out, am I going too deep?
Yeah.
Yes. And if he's not comfortable, if he can't relax, I'm going too deep. So I'm gonna go really slowly. I wanna see his foot go from side to side. Now what you saw there was I snapped over something. Can you see that? Yeah. Snap. What's happening there is I push down and snap. That is what we call his rectus femoris. And what's nice about this is I can load this up. He can just take breathing in. I'm not trying to crush him, because if I put my whole weight on him, right, it's too much. I back out, we talk. How's that pressure?
It's
good. I can just stay here under pressure and let him contract into my leg and relax. I add the same amount of pressure, contract, relax. And then he can work on breathing all the way in, all the way out. I don't even have to move, right? That's one way of getting into some of these stiff tissues. The second thing I can do is be a little bit lighter and work on just getting the tissues to slide. So that feels a little bit more manageable. I'm not adding as large a load, and I'm just gonna desensitize those tissues. See how the foot is wagging back and forth? That tells me I'm getting a lot of motion in the leg. I'm not playing footsie, I'm not grabbing with my toes, I'm not driving my heel in. I'm trying to get bigger diffuse pressures and to restore these hard-working muscles their ability to dissociate and easily slide. Because if you're like layers of silk sliding over steel springs, you're awesome. If you're like grilled cheese with beef jerky strips, that means you're probably going slower. So here's the plan. I want you to try to grab a friend this week, see if you can't toy with this. We usually teach this as part of our program through MobilityWOD in our course, but also it's fair game for anything that's tight, right? Your body is a pretty miraculous little roller, adding pressure, and you can see I can put a lot of pressure on his forearm. It's no big deal, right? That's my whole weight. Even, I'm like, hey, I'm trapped in the woods. I've got no roller. Look, suddenly my shin can become a roller. Using your body to improve your training partner's tissue health is an important part of the game. You can even use this with your loved one to chill out in the evening, Netflix and chill and smash, right? TM. See you guys next week.